and wonderful English program. We have learned to do what we do really well. We know how to write letters to people in detention that help them to get released. We work with pro bono attorneys getting their clients out of detention and in turn ask them to represent our residents. And we work with medical professionals to take care of the medical needs of our residents, which are often profound needs such as severe diabetes and kidney failure. We have learned how to create a welcoming community. We may not speak the same language and we may not eat the same food, but we've learned how to create a space for people's differences. And we've learned how to help people move on. Each person has a case manager who helps them figure out how to get stabilized medically and legally and how to find work and find housing. And the housing piece has gotten extremely difficult in Austin, but I am really proud of the fact that most people are able to move out of Casa in 3 months, which is quite incredible, to start from just having arrived to having safe and secure housing, which, as Abby mentioned, we were able to do with 425 people last year. Their weddings, or just to hang out because it feels like home. So I feel very, very good about what we're doing. However, we are facing a really tremendous challenge at this moment. Last summer, we began to see this very strange phenomenon of families from the Democratic Republic of Congo and Angola showing up at our houses unexpectedly. These are people who have left their homes under some terrible conditions and made the drastic decisions to take their children, including babies and tiny children, on this very dangerous journey from Brazil through Panama, all the way through Central America and Mexico to the Texas border, where they asked for asylum. They're getting favorable treatment by Border Patrol. Border Patrol has been letting people through, which is wonderful. So we've gotten 50 or 60 families that have been just released by Border Patrol. However, there's this perverse part of the U.S. immigration system, which is that you're allowed to be released to apply for asylum, but you're not allowed to work for the foreseeable future, and you're not given any government services, so you're basically left in homelessness. So these families have been showing up at our house. We, at this current moment, had to call the mayor this week because things got so out of hand, because we had like 30 people sleeping all over the floor, and then 20 more people showed up overnight last night. So we're in a serious crisis at this moment. But I'm proud to say that in the past year, we've been working to create a national network. We've found 12 different partners around the country, and we've sent 18 families to Kentucky and Kansas and Ohio and Illinois and West Virginia and Georgia and Alabama and New York. And we're looking for more. So think about that, if you know. We're asking everyone who knows someone who could help sponsor one of these families. Last week, I met a woman named Sister Magda at a conference in Washington, D.C., and she runs 23 migrant shelters in Mexico. We don't have 23 migrant shelters in the United States, and she told me the Catholic Church runs 163 migrant shelters in Mexico alone. So that's our goal, 163 migrant shelters. We'll get there. We're at 12, you know, it's the beginning. And I feel like we have to do it because when people come to our border, they have a right, and it's perfectly legal to ask for asylum when you're in need. And we're putting people in prison. We have people staying at Casa right now that have been in detention for more than 2 years, waiting to be processed, and they didn't commit any crime. So it's really important that we develop this network, because we need to be able to raise our hand and say, you don't need to detain those people, we have a place for them. But the truth is, right now we don't. So we really appreciate any of your help that you can give, thinking of other ideas for us. And meanwhile, I want to thank all of you for being here, because this is our gathering. This is our annual gathering where we get to appreciate our collaborators and sponsors. And I'm so grateful that in Austin we have such a good collaboration. It's not a competitive environment among those of us who serve the immigrant community. And I really, really appreciate all of you being here. Thank you so much.